This episode is groundbreaking. What's up, socials? Happy Social Thursday. If you tuned into the Marketing Lifestyle Show last week for episode 32, then you might have some inclination about what I have to say today, but I just had to bring it to YouTube because this is a huge development. I have switched Twitter schedulers. I know, you're freaking out. I'll explain. So I thought I was pretty happy with what I had going on. I've been working great with Buffer app for a long time. I have been recommending this to you for a long time. It's always been such a seamless process for me to keep regular content rolling out on Twitter. What I love about Buffer is that I can set the times and it's done, and all the time slots are gonna remain the same. I just have to make sure there's something to talk about. So you throw things in the buffer, throw things in the buffer. But Savvy Sexy Social Twitter account tweets a lot. But my goal over there is to make sure you know about all the content we got going over here. I make 3 videos a week and a podcast, and I do other things. There's a lot to talk about. So naturally, I'm gonna have a lot of tweets because that's like the news feed for the blog. But, you know, I tweet about these things all the time. I'm writing copy for these things all the time, and yet they're going out on Twitter and then they're just in the analytics somewhere, never to be reused again because I probably don't think that strategically about it and I just go in and type new things. But why? Why do you have to do that? MeetEdgar.com. I'm not telling you to meet EDGAR.com. That's actually the website I'm telling you to go to. Go to MeetEdgar.com. This is the platform that I have been using. You need an invite, so make sure you sign up so that you will eventually get one from them. They're slowly rolling out. And this isn't just another couple dollar a month subscription. This is a $50 a month commitment. But let me tell you what, the amount of time that I've gotten back, the number of contractor hours I haven't had to pay because of this platform, big deal. So MeetEdgar.com has a few factors to it that are a little bit different than your normal scheduler. The biggest thing being that you have categories and you have a library. Every single time you put something in your library, you give it a category. The category could be, this is a blog post, this is a quote, this is a tip, this is something you should only post one time. It could be a number of things. And then you've already built up your schedule, which you would do in any other platform as well, especially Buffer app, where you add all the time slots for each individual day. This is an extremely tedious process. I hope that they streamline it on MeetEdgar.com because it's a little bit faster in Buffer because you can copy paste a lot of times over days. But regardless, you do it one time and then it's done. You just stick with the schedule. And then all these things are gonna auto-populate based on what category you selected for every single time slot. All that stuff is predetermined by you and then it's done. And then when you fill up the library, you fill up the queue, which is the things that are going out next, it's going to auto-populate a queue for you for 2 weeks continuously. That's just what you can look at one time is your 2-week queue, but it's gonna keep reloading. And the whole idea is because if you're gonna write all these tweets, come up with these great images, they deserve to be shared more than one time because so much is going on Twitter at any given moment. So I feel so much more excited now when I'm creating a tweet because I know it's really going to be taken advantage of. It's not only gonna go out the next time it's needed in the queue, it's gonna get put back in the queue again in a few weeks because I've got so much in my library continuing to flow, which is great when you get caught up in client work and planning things and family and fun, but you still need the Twitter to keep going, but you don't feel like going in and writing some new tweets for tomorrow. I mean, I was literally setting aside time every day to fill Buffer, and I love you, Buffer, man. The user experience is phenomenal, but the whole concept around I am creating this content to begin with, can't you just reuse it for me and just keep the thing going? MeetEdgar is my new best friend. So just like a lot of these other programs, MeetEdgar will work for Facebook company profiles, it'll work for Twitter, and it works for LinkedIn and LinkedIn companies. But like I said, I don't use schedulers for any other platform, just Twitter. So maybe that'll help you get your money's worth a little bit more because you are gonna pay 50 bucks. They don't have affiliate programs. I reached out to them and they were like, look, you can talk about us if you want. We really appreciate it. You're awesome, but we're not gonna give you a kickback because we're working very hard. The statistics end of the platform is great as well. They at least can give you an idea of how many retweets and things like that that you're getting. It's not terribly extensive, but that's okay because I don't think that that's the biggest feature about this platform. If you really want to look at deep analytics, you could always have more sophisticated links that you create on your own. So there's that. But this whole idea of the library and the categories has completely solved the problem for saving time to schedule content to go out on social media. And I'm so excited that they even had this idea to come up with this, because it's completely changed how I treat Twitter, and I thought I treated it pretty darn good. That's all for today's socials. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Big shout out to Meet Edgar for being brilliant, and big shout out to you for giving it a try, because this is awesome and we need to let them know that they are awesome. So go and do that. Sign up for Amy's Elite so you don't miss a beat. That link's in the purple annotation below. That's my email newsletter. You'll get all of my updates and the sound of that bus outside. You're welcome. Tomorrow we'll be on the podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, and marketinglifestyleshow.com. Go check that out. I will have my friend Sue B. Zimmerman on to talk about Instagram phenomenalness. So don't miss that. And I will speak to you in your earbuds then.